contemplation and manual work together, it is joined together, and here Dhyana Ashram has come into being. Here we want that before you go to other places, also you get an experience of the diocese. There in a minor seminary you do not get so much of experience of the diocese. Here you will feel that you are part of the diocese and you belong to the diocese, and your work, you are preparing also for the diocese. So you will get involved with a little bit with the people on Sundays here. The Sundays Mass you will go and also you will participate. Sometimes you will be called to be involved with the people. So you get also rooted in the life of the people in your formation time. So people will form you. People with their expectation, your involvement also, that will be part of your, you will be getting a reflection what will be your future ministry to be like. So here, your another aspect is we get here a kind of a glimpse of that you are belonging to the diocese. You are studying for the diocese, and this diocese is later you will be a field work where you will be engaged, or you will be a priest. Also you will see the priest working here, an experience of the priest working here. The parish priest is here, assistant is here, how they work pastorally. So that though you are seen in the hostel, though you are seeing in this, but you are see closely how tirelessly they work. They work day and night, and also they give themselves to the people. So you may be inspired by their life, by their pastoral work, pastoral deed. That's why we have also kept here. So that is the way we have here. We are conceiving this formation house to be not to persecute, not to waste time, not to spend extra money, but then we want to reap a harvest which you are convinced that you will become a good priest later on. A good priest. We want to deepen yourself. Later on, nothing will shake you. Afterwards, you will be out of our hands. We will not be directly involved in your formation later on. Other people will give you formation in other seminaries. They will be speaking to you maybe in a crowd, which makes then you may very well escape. Like here also, the seminaries, what happened, people fulfill their rules and regulation, routine work, morning, evening, getting up and then go for mass and go for studies and come back, studies, their homework you finished, and evening prayer little and over. I heard some seminary like this. Somebody was telling in one of the seminary that it is an optional to attend mass. Optional to attend mass. Morning mass you go or not, that depends upon you. That kind of seminary should not be. Because the more thing important is that if you do not attend daily mass, it is out of question that one become priest, how he will celebrate mass daily. Every priest is supposed to celebrate, whether he is alone or things, he has to celebrate mass. Later on he may not celebrate mass when he is alone, or he may not celebrate, he does not feel like to celebrate. There are seminaries of that nature. And if we send, our brothers also are there, if we send them, they cannot be drawn so much because their seminaries atmosphere. It is said, if that seminary says, they have come, they have to be mature, they have to be able to decide. They decide for themselves what they want to become. So we give freedom. So that seminary gives freedom in order to, you decide whether you want to go for mass or not. Because later on you have to decide for yourself whether you to celebrate mass or not, whether what kind of type you are doing. So that kind of freedom is given that seminary. But then, that is a formation house, that is at least some way should be directed. So, before you arrive to such seminaries and in different setup, we want that you are convinced, rooted, and you feel that you are grown in order to face any kind of challenging situations, also the formation atmosphere. So as that you take seriously the formation that is given to you. Those formations also has got its own big perspectives. They will try to give you particular way of formation where they expect you to come up and grow. But today, here also we are trying to give one thing, formation. Probably here also, there may be a danger here also. Because timetable will be given, morning you go get up and things like that. You follow the routine work. Rules and regulations are not made for routine work to just to get fit and pass the time. The whole year is over and then we follow the time, but then we do not grow into what we were expect to be. That kind of danger can be there because follow it just for routine's sake, follow it for just for discipline's sake, but then you don't grow into that. So we want that you take this one as your ashram, Dhyana Ashram. You take this one as your home. As Jesus has called you to an extra time where you want to spend with you. So make best use of this time given to you at your disposal. And later on you will see the result of your own life. What it is, this formation, how should it give you? There you will, later on you will experience that yes, this house was there, that's why I was not shaken in my vocation. Later on you will say, there are many things, many people are living, but then I stand firm where God has called me. So you will be able to say to it to yourself. And then you go ahead. We don't want that, even if you leave one, we don't want to scold you. We do not want to, because it is your decision to serve Jesus. The most beautiful vocation is to live life for Jesus. That is the one whom you give totally. Abandon yourself to the hands of Jesus. Give totally yourself to Jesus. That is the most beautiful thing you can get. And if you give, Jesus will bless you, make you happy. And the most beautiful is that Jesus, one who had come, like that you should give yourself to the people for which God the Father has sent Jesus into this world for the salvation of the people. That kind of orientation you need to have already here. So as that later on nothing can disturb or nothing can shake, rather you are able to go ahead dashing in every formation out, particularly giving orientation in which particularly you look at the seminaries till the end and become good priests. That's why this Dhyana Ashram, we thought of keeping one more year here, so as that you, when you go, you are rooted in Jesus and you thought already, you think already you have a vocation. You get a time to look at yourself whether you have a vocation or you do not have a vocation. Because you don't waste your time to go ahead and then afterwards leave. Those who want to leave also leave. Those who want to stay also stay. Because we do not want that you leave and go. It is a painful experience for us because when we promote someone, we see that they become priests. Later on we expect that we hand over the church to the next generations. Your generations will hand you over the church which is given to us today. Next generation, seminarians will be taking over the diocese, taking over the church and nurturing the spiritual care of the people. So that's why with great hope and expectation, with great dreams, we spend money, we spend personnel, we spend everything possible in order to sustain the future church, future pastoral care and also salvation of souls in the future. That's why the church takes extra effort for making what is called giving good formation. So today I wish you all the best. God bless you in every way. And you are the pioneers, beginning. Father is one director, now we have put in charge of him. And good hands, young and energetic. He is also enthusiastic with regard to the things. Though it is not settled, he was struggling to asking everybody things and trying to make this place a facilitated. I told Father, when we joined Christo Jyoti, I was in the second batch in Christo Jyoti. Father Bishop Niranjan and Father Bosco were the first batch. And when they went for the first batch, the building was not completed, in which they were supposed to stay. That building was still being constructed. They stayed in a small, just where this one asbestos. One place was there where they slept together, and the same place they studied, and then same place they cooked. And then They lived there, first batch. And they planted all the trees in Krishna Jyoti. They planted. There were no class some days. We also in the second year, there were no visits, there were professors. So father will come and say, today no classes. But then let us today spend time in work, manual work. So morning we'll start manual work, whole day we'll work. And then finally we build up the place. Make it a beautiful owning up. It is our church, our place. It is Krishna Jyoti, new venture. So that kind of thing. We struggle, new place, new beginning has always that aspect. So I told Father Kashmir, it is a beginning. So let the brothers also experience of making it a place of living by their own cutting down the trees, planting trees and things, making it a place of a little living more atmosphere, reward, little wherever there is not okay, can make it okay. Because sometimes when everything is made and given, we don't realize that how much effort has been gone. If you do by yourself, you know how much work it is gone. So you, by doing work, you appreciate the work which is people are doing. Not because we don't want to give you, but then we want that you also build up the place which you are thinking that it is your home, your formation house. So we call you to make your home and build up the place, even it is inconvenient. Even things are not sufficient. Even things are not okay. We do not ask you to grumble here. We want you to take it as it is a sacrifice and effort to make what you can do in this place also. Make it more beautiful. What is your responsibility? Thinking in that line. So that is also, you need not be told what is to be done all the time, but you can see what is to be done. And so make it that way to make it this. First of all, when you probably cleaning has been done, but then some of the things you did by yourself. That's the beauty of the place, beauty of your readiness or willingness to do some things. Later on also, as a priest, you will be given, you will be thrown to a place, then what you do, that depends upon you. Whether you develop it, whether you clean it, whether you keep it tidy, whether you beautify it, whether you do it for the people, whether you go for mass or not, or go for the prayers or extra prayer services, more prayer services, this all depends upon oneself, how he is grown up, how he starts taking responsibility, a sense of responsibility and going together and owning up things. It is my responsibility, my property, my church. It is handed over to us. That kind of spirituality should imbibe, and that's what we have started here. Hopefully, we believe you are pioneers, 5 of you, and with the region 6 of you. Hope this up to us, at least some you will become priests. We expect all of you should become priests. Yeah? Because all of them are here contributing their share, little, trying to give some things. And we all, everybody want that you become priests. And then otherwise pioneers, but they started, 5 जन थे, सब कोई चला गया. कोई फादर नहीं बना. तो हमरे इसे दे रही, मन के खाए दे रही, इसे दे रही. हमरे some people will say, अरे सब और बाद में सब लोगों को गाली देगा, ये करेगा. So we expect that you are pioneers batch. First batch, you prove yourselves to be, give a kind of a tradition, build a tradition that whoever becomes a priest from here, goes out from here, becomes a good priest. And they will look at you and see that from here they have gone. And people have contributed. And you will become later on by seeing you. हम लोग यहाँ पहले थे और अभी यहाँ दूसरे लोग देखेंगे. So we also feel that this place also gives us something solid formations. And here Father Bernard is there with much experience. Surely he will be guiding Father Kashmir in his work and also giving also as feedbacks. And he will also sometimes maybe taking some kind of orientation, maybe some conferences, giving some kind of little guidelines, maybe a formative aspects of some of the inputs. He may be also giving. There are also other fathers who will be giving. We will not leave totally to father and region, but there are also others who will be coming to give you also some kind of classes, orientation, recollections, retreats, and sometimes we will send you also to other ashrams, not here. My idea also is to send you like Banaras to stay for a 15 days or 20 days to experience that kind of ashram spirituality where they are praying. You will be anointed with the spirit in that kind of retreat atmosphere when you spend there and get also kind of an experience of that life in the ashram in Banaras or elsewhere also different place. So that also we are thinking of. Not only confine you totally here for 10 months. So that's it, my purpose. That's the purpose of our diocese. And I thank everybody's cooperation. Thank you for present here. Arajampur Parish, the representative, our IO and Catholic Sabha and members, finance committee, sister लोग हैं, other लोगों को धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि यहाँ बहुत जोशीला के साथ सब कुछ अपने हाथ बढ़ाकर सपना को रियलिटी एक हम लोग देख सक रहे हैं, कुछ हो रहा है और जरूर होगा और बहुत कोई मदद कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए मैं धन प्रांत की ओर से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। और हम चाहता हूँ कि इनको मत छोड़िएगा, आप इनको देखभाल करिएगा, जैसे कि एक माँ का प्यार, एक पिताजियों का प्यार, एक भाई का प्यार, जिसकी ये भी न सोचे कि ये लोग अपने अकेला हैं, लेकिन इतना मत देखिए कि ये लोग पूरा ये लोग यहाँ से दूसरी तरफ जाएंगे, लेकिन इसे देखिए कि वो लोग अच्छा फादर बने, उनका ओरिएंटेशन थोड़ा सा कभी कभी इनको उसी प्रकार का शिक्षा देते रहिए। और कुछ गलती वलती देखें या कुछ भी आप लोग सोचते होंगे कि ऐसा रखने से ठीक होता, आप भी थोड़ा करें कि ये नया शुरुआत करें। हम भी हमारा भी एक्सपीरियंस इतना नहीं है कि यहाँ एक स्पिरिचुअलिटी सेंटर को कैसे आगे बढ़ाएं, कैसे करें, इसका टाइम टेबल बनाए दिए हैं, लेकिन तब भी कुछ कमी है, कुछ भी आप देख सकते हैं तो आप जरूर फीडबैक दे सकते हैं, फादर को दे सकते हैं, फादर को नहीं तो हमको भी बोल सकते हैं कि नहीं फादर तो बिशप ऐसा करने से ठीक रहेगा, तो हम भी इनको और थोड़ा इन प्रकार से भी आगे ले सकते हैं, करेक्शन ले सकते हैं आप लोगों से। तो थैंक यू फॉर योर कॉपरेशन, आप लोगों को धन्यवाद, सबको धन्यवाद, थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग एंड वी विश यू गॉड्स ब्लेसिंग्स। Sure enough, your foundation here will bear much fruit for not only your this particular batch, but the coming generation, coming batches. We are trying to see how it works. It is not, you are not experimented, don't think. Huh? We are not experimenting you. And we are not thinking of, we will keep you there and later on we will not continue. No. We want you, if you do well, and later on also others do well, this will be full-fledged seminary. We are thinking today coming, we will make that site a full kind of full-fledged, like this place will be like an ashram life, whereby you will be totally inside and a kind of a different, God will unfold, God will do its work. We do not know, we begin something very humble way, but then God takes care and makes it its own different way as He provides. So, God bless you, God bless also Father Kashmir for these initiatives and your willingness, though things are difficult and unpredictable, but then your courageous step and also your confidence in yourself as also confidence in the diocese, so which you have shown, sure enough, we will see good results in the coming days and we will have a good foundation also. So thank you so much for attending.
Yes. Let's give a round of applause.